அப்போ இவர் அப்ப நம்ம இவரோட சோப்பு யூஸ் பண்ணு. யாரு? ஓ, ஞானகுரு. அப்படியா வாங்கலாம். நம்ம இப்போதைக்கு நமக்கு கொடுத்தாரு பாரு சோப்பு. நமக்கு கொடுத்த அடிஷன் சோப்பு கருப்பு கலர் ரெண்டும் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஒண்ணுதான். பாப்பாக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஸ்பெஷலா ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணது. நம்ம கொடுத்த அந்த ஏன்னா அவர் காஸ்டிக் சோடா யூஸ் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. அவர் காஸ்டிக் சோடாவே யூஸ் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. ஆனா உனக்கு கடையில விற்கிற உனக்கு சோப்பு எல்லாமே கொஞ்சம் நல்ல ஷேப் வரணும்னு கொஞ்சமாவது நம்ம நார்மல் சோப்புக்கு யூஸ் பண்ற கொஞ்சமாவது போடணும். காஸ்டிக் சோடா போடுவோம். உனக்கு அந்த டவுட் உனக்கு அது கூட இருக்கக்கூடாது, ஆர்கானிக்கா இருக்கணும்னு இப்பயே அவர் சோப்பு யூஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சுக்க. நம்ம பேசாம ஆர்டர் போடணும். Participants, only Komal Joshi is there. None of the others are there. Okay, since it is not in bit 8, right?
Hello everyone.
Ken sir, good morning sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ken.
Hello, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we all can hear you. Hello, Pratima ji.
हेलो केन, कैसे हैं?
जी, अच्छा हूँ, आप कैसे हैं?
मैं भी बढ़िया। आप बहुत आपने वेट लूज कर लिया।
ऐसा लग रहा है?
हाँ
अच्छी
हाँ
बात।
बिल्कुल।
अच्छा,
आपको मोटा नहीं बुला सकता।
अच्छा ऐसा नहीं, मैंने
हाँ।
ट्रिपल एक्सल पहना ना इसलिए।
नहीं नहीं, आप काफी कम किया, आपने झूठ बोल रहे हैं, आप ट्रिपल एक्सल नहीं है ये।
नहीं नहीं, कुछ कम नहीं किया।
पर लग रहा है ऐसा आपको देख के।
आपने बहुत दिनों के बाद देखा इसलिए।
नहीं, पर लग रहा है अभी तो, क्या बोले। खैर, और बताइए।
बस नहीं, सब बढ़िया, एवरीथिंग फाइन।
अभी लग रहा है कोई आया नहीं क्लास में हमारी।
Hello, Pratima. Hello, Pratima
हेलो
ji. Hello.
हेलो।
Hello, Ken Parkson, sir.
Hello, how are you, ma'am?
I am fine, sir. Thank you. How are you?
I'm sorry?
How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm good. How about you, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir.
Good, good.
How is everything in the US?
Yeah, it's good. Night time right now. It's
Okay.
very hot over here. I live in Texas, so it's very hot.
Oh, okay, okay. How is the COVID situation, sir?
No COVID yet.
बेटर ना, नो कोविड।
We all are vaccinated, so still
Plus point.
Delta thing is going on. So
Yeah, that's what I asked. How is the Delta variant? I don't know. They're telling it is too worse and all.
we usually don't go out, so
Yes.
Yeah.
Should be careful anyway.
yeah, I don't work, so
Hi sir, good morning.
good morning, sir. Namaskaram. How are you?
Fine. How about you sir?
Namaskaram. Namaskaram.
Hello, Arnab ji. How are you, sir? No sound, Arnab ji. Hello.
Hello.
Arnab, can you hear us?
Sir, good morning to you all. Can you
गुड
all?
मॉर्निंग प्रसाद सर,
Good
हाउ आर यू?
Sir.
I'm good. Thank you so much. And can you all hear? Is there any background noise in my audio? Is it okay?
No, it's fine.
Oh, thanks.
Vishal sir, no volume from your side.
Voice is now audible.
Yes, sir. Now we got
Yes.
your voice.
Good morning to all people.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
sir.
Good morning, sir.
In the starting of the
Good
session,
morning, sir.
yeah, good morning. In the starting of the session itself, I have to put one alert message to the newcomers. To the newcomers, if you are new to the subject, you can just observe this conversation and you can follow our lessons and whatever clarifications you have, you post to the group. Okay. So that the class will also be continued and so that you can get all the previous lessons. Okay. So our every videos and every recordings will be uploaded in the YouTube and it will be put in the private channel. If everyone can hear my voice.
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. May I know who are
In between, I guess. It's not clear, sir. There is a lot of background noise. So if everybody can mute, it will be helpful.
okay. I think there is no background noise here from my end, but there might be some technical mistake. I think so.
Now it is okay, sir. Earlier there was.
Okay. Okay. So I request all I want to ask the newcomers whether have you reviewed all our previous lessons, previous video sessions?
Good morning, sir. Going on like sun and karmic. Sun and moon is going on.
Okay. And what about other newcomers? Just an inquiry before starting today's session. I'm just asking the newcomers whether you people have reviewed our previous class videos and previous class materials.
Yes, sir. Everything. Yeah.
Okay. So you are following that right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is very clear. Only the problem is when we start applying on chart, now it is little bit confusing because we don't have habit now. So
Yes.
Otherwise, yeah, it is very clear.
The previous knowledge, what are all we discussed in our previous videos, it will take some time to digest.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So,
Take
yeah.
some time to digest. So until you digest all our previous, I'm talking on behalf of all our newcomers. Okay. Until you digest all our previous audios, you can just observe this video session. You can just
Exactly,
observe this
sir,
video.
yeah. Yes.
Because what
exactly.
are all the topics we are discussing here is the current topic, not previous lessons. Okay, so it will create some confusion.
Right, sir. Yeah.
Confusion to all newcomers. I understand very well that. So newcomers, you can please observe this class, and this class will also be recorded and it will also be displayed in the YouTube session in the private channel, and the link will be provided to you. So no need to feel that what if I miss the lessons? No need to miss the lessons. None of the students will miss our records and lessons. Okay, so every lesson, each and every statement, every bit of information will be registered. It will be saved. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the process of analyzing, the process of digesting the previous information, it should happen continuously to all newcomers. And whatever doubts or clarifications in our previous lessons, you have to post that in our group. But from the past Sunday till today, I have not yet seen a lot of doubts or clarifications in the group. Only one or few people posted their single doubts. I think so. Correct. In the past 7 days, I have not seen any lot of queries or clarifications in regarding our previous class videos in the group. So that is why I'm intimating again. So newcomers, definitely you people will have a lot of clarification. So kindly post any clarification or any doubts in the group itself. The group is for that. The group is for the discussion. Okay. This video is for the live class session. Okay. Okay. So I think that today's topic is the combination of Rahu Karma and Surya Karma in our marital life. Am I correct? Okay. Can everyone hear my voice? Everyone, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Mr. Ren Parkson, sir, Mr. Prasad, sir, Ms. Sangeeta Thavar, everyone hear my voice?
Crystal
sir.
clear, sir. Thank you.
Okay. In today's class, we are going to discuss the aspect of marriage in the combination of Surya Karma with Rahu Karma. Okay. So, extramarital affair or extramarital relationship or more than a single marriage is indicated by 3 nakshatras. I hope you all know that. So what are all the 3 nakshatras which indicate the extramarital relationship, extramarital affair, or more than a single marriage?
Pushyami,
For 3 marriages. 3 nakshatras.
Pushyami, Pushyami, Aslesha, and Purvabhadra.
Okay. Pushya Nakshatra, Aslesha Nakshatra, and Purvabhadra Nakshatra. Among these 3 nakshatras, Pushya Nakshatra carries the karmic registry of Rahu, Aslesha and Purvabhadra carries the karmic registry of Surya Bhagavan. Okay, so in this aspect, there are 2 different categories. It will also indicate more than a single marriage, more than an affair after marriage. It is an extramarital affair. It will also be indicated more than a single marriage. It will also be indicated in the chart. Apart from that, it will also indicate the professional background of the opponent. It will also indicate the professional background of the opponent, which is related to Surya Karma and Surya Karma and Rahu Karma in common. Take for an example, any example, Lagna? Can you refer people?
Leo.
Makar Lagna.
Leo Lagna. Okay. Okay. We can take the Leo Lagna. Let's imagine our Lagna is Leo. An example Lagna is Leo. 9th Lord Mars is placed in the 7th house. That means 9th Lord Mars is placed in the Kumbha. Okay. So Mars is placed in the 7th house. So, or else 7th Lord Saturn is placed in the 9th house. It can be anything. 9-7 combination. 9th Lord is placed in the 7th house or 7th Lord is placed in the 9th house. First of all, before analyzing the second marriage probability, more than a single marriage probability, first of all, we have to analyze the professional background of the concerned person, of the opponent of the concerned person. Opponent means it can be a male or female. The chart might be a male or female. We are now discussing about the profession of the opponent or the job of the opponent, the department of the opponent. Okay, it can be a husband or wife. Simha Lagna, and this in the 7th house, 9th Lord is placed. Okay, in the 7th house, 9th Lord is placed. So 9th Lord carries the karmic registry of Rahu. Correct? 9th Lord carries the karmic registry of Rahu. Okay.
True, true.
So what are all the departments which comes under Rahu Kargatva or Rahu Karma? What are all the professional departments?
Government service,
Government service.
transportation,
Chemical industry,
electrical industry.
electronics.
Industry, automobile industry, and it
Traveling.
it also indicates textile industry. Correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Petrochemicals.
textile industry, chemical industry, and automobile industry, electricity, electronics industry, any job or any career which comes under the category of logistics or transport, it comes under Rahu. Okay. So when it comes to Simha Lagna, in the 7th house, Mars is the planet is placed. So the Mars planet will connect the particular spouse family. It can be a husband's family or spouse family. In that family, definitely there will be profession or business which is related to the Rahu Karma. It can be electrical, electronic industry. It can be automobile. It can be chemical or textile, whatever it might be. Definitely there have to be the combination of Rahu Karma related areas in the family of the spouse. So this is rule number 1. But now we have to find whether the concerned person horoscope itself, he himself comes under the Rahu Karma profession. We have to confirm that. Okay. Only just by using the 7-9 combination, we can't justify that the concerned person will only be under the Rahu Karma profession. Okay, just by using the 7th house, we can confirm that. So we have to access the profession of the husband or the profession of the wife. Okay, so what is the bhava which denotes our profession or our karma? Which is the bhava?
6 and 10.
10th house denotes the karma or profession or business or career which is related to us. But we have to access the 10th house from the 7th house, because we are looking for the profession or career of the opponent, not from us. Okay, from the 7th house, we have to count clockwise. Then our 4th house will be the 10th house. From our Lagna, our 4th house will be the 10th house of the opponent. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now we have to analyze whether the concerned person, either the husband or wife, either the bride or groom, he himself or she herself comes under logistics department or automobile department or electricity electronics, Rahu related profession. For that, we have to access 9th lord or 9th house from the 7th bhava. 9th house from the 7th bhava. Okay. Our 3rd house is the 9th house from the 7th bhava. From our Lagna, it is the 3rd house. But from the 7th, when we count clockwise from the 7th, it will be the 9th house. Can you follow that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If we come to a conclusion that the concerned person is under an electricity electronics department or automobile department, we simply state that there should be 9-10 combination in our chart. Correct? In our chart, there should be 9-10 combination or guru placed in the 10th house. What if we want to access or if you want to confirm whether the spouse comes under Rahu Karakatva profession? So it is a 4-3 combination. It is a 4-3 combination. 3rd lord in the 4th house or 4th lord in the 3rd house, or 4 and 3, both house lord are conjuncted with each other. Can you follow what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
there are combinations. There are 2 combinations. Through that, we can confirm that the husband or wife comes under Rahu Karakatva profession. So combination number 1 is 7-9, 9-7. And combination number 2 is 4th bhava or 4th lord in the 3rd house, 3rd lord in the 4th house. So 4-3 and 3-4 combination. You can observe the people who were married to a garments owner, a garments CEO, textile industry owner, okay, textile business person. The people who were married to a logistics related professional, the people who were married to a driver, the people who were married to a transport business person, the people who were married to an automobile engineer or electricity electronics engineer. In all the lakhs and lakhs of horoscope, you will find the evidence that the 7th, 9th bhava combination and 3-4 bhava combination in the horoscope.
Both should be there, huh?
Yes.
Actually, the second one is the acid test.
Second one is I'm talking about the 4th house. The 4th house is the 10th house from the 7th house.
Yes, sir.
4th house is the 10th house from the 7th house, and 3rd house is the 9th house from the 7th house. And we can also confirm that in another aspect. Do you know what is the aspect? Our career, generally our career or our individual profession, our business comes under 10th bhava. But the job to which we are recruited, especially the job, it comes under 6th house. Am I correct? Am I correct or not?
Yes, yes, sir. Job is 6th
Yes,
house.
sir.
The job is the area which comes under the 6th house. So if we want to access the information regarding our job, especially, then we have to access the 6th house from our Lagna. But if we want to access the job which is related to our husband or wife, then we have to access 6th house from the 7th house. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is the 6th place from the 7th house? 12th house.
12.
Correct. Okay. Then what if in the concerned person horoscope, if there is 7-9 combination and 3-12 combination, it will also apply, na?
Yes, sir.
Not only 3-4 combination, it can also be 3-12 combination.
True.
For a job which is related to automobile industry, job which is related to textile industry, job which is related to logistics. Logistics means we have a lot of logistics company there, like Flipkart, Amazon, right? Amazon is a logistic forum. Flipkart is a logistic forum. Snapdeal is a logistic forum. Am I correct? Big Basket is also a logistics. So any online portal which delivers the product to the concerned person's residence, if we order, it will be delivered. So the entire, what to say, the entire core power of the online forum is the logistics. It depends on logistics, correct? Even Miso app, I think you are all aware of that, right? It is also a logistic forum.
Yes.
Logistic app, correct? So any online logistics related company, it comes under the Karakatva of Rahu. But it is an online platform, correct? Then it also covers Mercury Karma and Rahu Karma. If you are developing an application for a logistic purpose, if you are developing a software for logistic purpose, then it comes under both Mercury Karma and Rahu Karma. Because Mercury is a programming, am I correct?
Yes.
Mercury is a script. Mercury is a programming.
It's a record. Yes.
Okay. So now we are looking on the 7th house and we are connecting the Rahu Karma related profession to our spouse. So there are two kinds of combination. One is 7-9 combination, 7-9 along with 3 and 4 combination in our horoscope, or else 7-9 along with 3-12 combination in our horoscope. All can
Yes, sir.
follow my point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Clear. Very
So, sir,
clear.
you take 9th house because of Rahu, right?
Yes.
So, if 7th house is any other karma, then we have to defer it, no?
If the 7th lord is placed in any other house, or if the 7th lord is placed in any other nakshatra, we can
Have to consider, yeah, that.
determine the combination of the profession. Take for example, if the what to say, if the 7th lord is placed in the Jyeshtha nakshatra, just for an example, okay, 9th lord is placed in the 7th house, okay, 3rd lord is placed in the 4th house. Then we assume, then we come to a conclusion that the concerned person have to be under logistics related profession. But the 7th lord is placed under Jyeshtha nakshatra.
Food related business also.
Yeah, it is a food related business, but at the same time, it can also be a fishery related business. It is also a transport.
Right. Yes, that combination we have to have.
Seafood related business, harbor related business. It is also a logistics, correct?
Chemicals.
Yes. So like that, the combination of the karma, it also influences the categories, the subcategories. So what are all? The main category of logistics is Rahu. But along with that, if any other karma is supported, then so the combination will also be there. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I will explain with another example with the profession of the opponent. It's a very serious example, so people all kindly follow that. Okay. If we take any projects which is related to construction or a mechanism, then what karagatva, what karma will work?
Mangal, Mars.
Mars karma will work. Okay. So which is the bhava which gives the power of Mars among the 12 bhava?
11th house.
11th house gives the power of Mars. Super. Which is the planet that gives the power of Mars among the nine planets?
Saturn.
Saturn is
Saturn.
the Mars. Now we are taking the bhava connection. So we are taking the 11th house. Okay. Now we have to find a concerned person. Using the concerned person's profession, we have to find what are all the karma connectivities will be there in the horoscope. Now, just take an example. The concerned person is working under a project. The project is a railway construction. It is a bridge construction. It is a harbor construction.
Rahu.
Then what are all the karmas will be involved in the concerned person's profession?
Rahu, Saturn.
Rahu, Mars.
Mainly Rahu and Mars.
Yeah.
Okay, Saturn is the iron because the iron products comes under Saturn, but mainly Rahu and Mars will be there because Mars is the construction, Rahu is the transport. Correct? So any projects which comes under the underground travel, underground railway travel. So it is also a construction project. Correct? It's a overbridge travel. It is also a construction project. A railway travel. It is also a construction project. Or harbor construction. It is also a construction project. Am I correct? So any construction which supports the transport, which supports the logistics, it carries both karma, both Mars karma and Rahu karma. Okay. Now we have to determine the karma connection or the bhava connection in the concerned person horoscope so that it can be evidence for his profession, what he is dealing with. Okay. You can find any person who builds a railway bridge, who build a harbor, who do construction work for transportation. In that particular person's horoscope, you can find two bhavas. In the particular person horoscope, you can find two bhavas connected to the 10th house. One is the 9th bhava, another one is the 11th bhava. 9, 10, and 11. Correct? 9, 10, and 11. Because 9th house gives the karmic registry of Rahu and 11th house gives the karmic registry of Mars. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. But now we have to identify the karmic registry of the spouse who involved under the the railway construction related projects or bridge construction related projects. Okay. Now we have to identify the karmic connectivity in using our horoscope for our husband or wife who involve themselves under both Rahu karma and Mars karma related profession. Okay. Now how can we identify? First, in the first step, we have to take the seventh house or seventh lord. Okay, so that is the first step, easy step. So two karmas have to be connected to the 7th house or 7th lord. So what are all the two karmas? Mars karma and Rahu karma. So what are all the bhavas that should be connected to the 7th lord, which gives the two karmas to the 7th house?
9th and 11th.
Third and fifth.
Third and fifth.
Third and fifth, yeah.
Lord and 11th lord, the 7th house. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First step is 9, 7, and 11, or 7, 9, and 11 combination. Then what is the second step? The second step is the 4th house, which indicates the profession or career of the opponent. Okay. So what is the 11th house from the 7th. Which is
Fifth
the
house.
11th house from the 7th?
House, sir. Fifth house.
Fifth house.
Fifth house is the 11th from the 7th. And which is the 9th house from the 7th house?
Third house.
Third house.
So 3, 4, and 5. So 3, 4, and 5. I'm slowly repeating two kind of combination. The first combination is 7, 9, and 11. And the second combination is 3, 4, and 5 in the same horoscope. It should be in the same horoscope. If it is in the same horoscope, then we can connect the concerned person's profession to the Mars karma and Rahu karma.
We can
Both.
also say 3, 5, and 12, right? For job. Same.
Yeah, 3, 5, and 12. I think this is the voice of Mr. Arnab sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, can you understand the difference between that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Pretty
Yes.
clear.
Yeah.
Pretty clear.
Yes. So, using the karma combinations, using the karma categories, we can go n number of categories into the profession. Because profession, there are n number of categories. I'm correct? N number of departments. But categorizing the department using the Karagatwa is a great challenge. Because we have to update the Karagatwa to everyday's new technology. I'm correct? Technology is the same. 9 planets are the same. But technology is updating every day. So whatever the basic core properties of the technology, we have to learn that, and we have to connect the core properties of the technology to the concerned planets, 9 planets. So according to that, we can connect the different categories of profession into that. Okay. So what I'm trying here is, if you are working in a company, okay, the company is manufacturing boilers, cooking machinery, metals, or cooking instruments, the vessels or the metals which is used for cookery purpose. Then what are all the karma involved in that?
Moon and Saturn. Moon and
karma,
Saturn.
not karma.
Mars.
Mars.
Okay. Ha. No.
Karma.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If it is completely a iron machinery, iron-based machinery, then it comes under Saturn. If it is a heavy machinery, then it comes under Saturn. Okay. In general, utilizing the metals, designing the metals, or creating the metals for for cookery purpose, then it comes under Mars and Moon karma. If the concerned person is working under the particular company, then what are all the bhavas connected to the 6th house or the 10th house? Then what are all the bhavas connected? 7 and 11.
7, 11, and 6.
Because 7th house
7
carries
and
the
11.
Moon karma. 7th house gives the moon karma. Correct?
Yeah.
7 and 11 to the 10th house, or 7 and 11 to the 6th house.
Yes.
Correct? So using this, we can also connect the subcategory to our spouse also, to our husband or wife. From the 7th bhava, we have to count. Correct? So for each and every profession, there are subcategories. Lot of subcategories are there. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, right. So in now we are going to see the horoscopes which they have to be very careful while checking the marriage compatibility. Before marriage, these kind of horoscope have to be very careful, and they have to check the marriage compatibility very careful to avoid breakup in the relationship, to avoid the more than a single marriage status. More than a single marriage status, to create a better marital life, to create a healthy marital life, we have to know these kind of combinations in the horoscope. Okay. Now, what is the basic rule for a relationship to end in divorce or to end in breakup? So what is the basic rule for that? What are all the
Seventh bhava
Shukra
connecting.
karma.
Mercury karma.
Seventh bhava connect.
Yeah, Shukra karma, Mars karma. So
Mercury.
okay, if the Mercury karma is there, then it is very, very powerful.
Yes.
I already intimated that Shukra karma, Mars karma, and Mercury karma.
Uttara
All-
Falguni Nakshatra.
Yeah, Uttar Falguni Nakshatra, because it carries the karmic register of Mercury. Okay, so 3 karmas: Shukra karma, Mars karma, and Mercury karma. These 3 karmas indicate severe marital life issues or severe communication problem between or quarrel or fight between the husband and wife relationship. Correct? Okay, let us assume that any horoscope in which Lagna point stands under Mars karma. Take for Pisces Lagna. Take Pisces as an example. Okay, in the Pisces Lagna, just imagine the Lagna point stands under Revati Nakshatra. So what is the karma which is given by Revati Nakshatra?
Mars karma.
Okay, Mars karma is the karma which is given by Revati Nakshatra. Let us imagine the Lagna Lord Jupiter is placed in the 4th house under Arudra Nakshatra.
Venus karma.
Okay, so Lagna point is under Revati Nakshatra, Mars karma. Lagna Lord Jupiter is placed in the Mithun Lagna under the Arudra Nakshatra. It carries the Venus karma. So Rashi Nakshatra. Okay, so Rashi Nakshatra is moon, and the Rashi is Kanya Rashi. It comes under the Virgio. Okay, it comes under the Virgio. The Nakshatra is Uttar Falguni Nakshatra.
Mercury.
Mercury karma. So all are following me, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, we are discussing an example horoscope in which the Lagna is Pisces. So Lagna point stands under Revati Nakshatra. Lagna Lord is Jupiter. The Jupiter stands under Arudra Nakshatra in the 4th house. Okay, so and another very, very important point is the Rasi Nakshatra. It comes under Uttar Falguni Nakshatra. So Lagna point, Rasi Nakshatra, and Lagna Lord. All the 3 carries the Mars karma, Shukra karma, and Mercury karma. Okay, in such cases, just imagine if the 7th Lord Mercury is placed in the 9th house. 7th Lord Mercury, because 7th house is Kanya.
Yes, sir.
Am I correct? 7th house is Kanya. So the 7th Lord is Mercury. Just imagine that the 7th Lord Mercury is placed in the 9th house.
Double
Especially under Anuradha Nakshatra.
Surya karma.
Surya karma.
Anuradha Nakshatra carries the karmic registry of Surya Bhagwan. But 9th house or 9th bhava carries the karmic registry of Rahu.
Surya and Rahu.
Surya and Rahu. Then just imagine how powerful the combination is. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these type of horoscopes have to be very, very careful while checking the marriage compatibility. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir, Ketu also carries Surya karma, right?
Yes.
Sir, if Ketu is in the 9th house, then also Sun Rahu combination is activated.
Yes. Ketu is in the 9th house. Are you talking about this example horoscope?
No, in general. In general.
In general, Ketu is in the 9th house means 9th house indicates our father, right?
Right.
Yes, 9th house indicates our father. So Ketu is in the 9th house. Ketu carries the karmic registry of Surya Bhagwan. Am I correct? So the karmic registry of Surya Bhagwan is it will be connected to our father, not us. It will be connected to our father. It's our father's DNA.
Okay.
Correct. Now we can also predict other things. So, sorry, I use the word prediction. We can also come to a conclusion that the 7th Lord in this horoscope, the example horoscope, what I have mentioned means the 7th Lord itself is under Anuradha Nakshatra. So Anuradha Nakshatra comes under the Karagatva of karmic registry of Surya Bhagwan. Then whatever spouse, whatever husband or whatever wife he's searching, definitely he will get the karmic registry of Surya karma as a spouse. Correct?
Admin post or medical field.
Medical related profession or admin related profession, anything. Okay. So the combination, the medicine related combination, medical department related combination, Ayurvedic or Siddha or homeopathy medical related combination will be in the family, will be in the bloodline. And admin related combination will be in the bloodline. And politicians or political parties or political friends or political influences will be in the bloodline of the opponent. So it is the information given by the 7th house. But what about the relationship? Because I already intimated that Surya Karma is provided by 12th Baba. Okay. Rahu Karma is provided by 9th Baba. What if 9th Lord and 12th Lord is placed in the 7th house?
Very strong.
Yeah, very strong Irutara or more than a single marital life karmic registry. Correct? So in such cases, the horoscope have to be handled very carefully. Even if we leave the 12th house, if we take the 9th house itself, means 9th house itself is a very strong karmic registry for more than a single marriage. According to traditional astrology, 9th house is a very good house. Am I correct? My 9th house is a Bhagyasthan. Right?
Sir,
9th house.
sir, sorry to interrupt, sir. If it's a Aries Lagna, and
Okay.
Jupiter is the 9th Lord as well as the 12th Lord. And if it sits in the 7th house,
Okay.
so that will be a sure indicator of more than one marriages.
Jupiter is 9th Lord as well as the 12th Lord. If it sits in the 7th house, it will give both the impact of Rahu Karma and Surya Karma to the 7th house itself. It also indicates the 9th, 12 and the 7 combination.
Also double Rahu
Okay.
Karma.
Yes, in the older days, in the previous generation, grandpa's generation itself, there is no this much legal restriction for second marriages. I think so. In today, there is a lot of legal restriction for second marriage. Without getting a divorce, we can't move to a second legal marriage. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Right? But in those days, there will not be any legal restrictions for that. So in those days, first wife will be there, or first husband will be there. In front of them, the second marriage will happen. Okay, with the acceptance of the first partner, the second marriage will happen. So in such case, there will not be the interruption of Shukra Karma, Mars Karma, or Mercury Karma. These three karmas, no need to play in their life. Because the first life will be there, the first marital life will be there, and extra marital affair also will be there. The second marriage will also happen. Am I correct?
Yes,
In the period of Jamindars, in the period of kings, a lot of marriages are happen easily, even for the authoritative people, even for the common people. So they don't need the karmic registry of Shukra or karmic registry of Mars or karmic registry of Mercury to get a divorce, to get a breakup, and then move to the second life. So no need for that. Just Surya Karma and Rahu Karma is enough to get into another relationship. Am I correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. So, sir,
Importance
live-in
of Rahu.
relationship is also this kind of karmas, no?
What is it?
Live-in relationships.
Live-in
Yeah.
relationship comes
After marriage,
what is-
also many people are in live-in
Yes,
relationship.
Live-in relationship comes under Surya Karma. I mean, Surya Karma denotes both dual relationship. It can be an extramarital relationship or it can be a second marriage. But when it comes to Rahu Karma, definitely it will denote more than a single marriage. So that is the difference between the Surya Karma and Rahu Karma. I think I already intimated this information in my previous class itself. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Surya Karma, if there is only Surya Karma in the family, that is Aslesha, Purubhadra, repeated nakshatras, then the marriages, marriage, extramarital affair will also be there, but there are also possibilities for a second marriage or more than a single marriage. But if there is a Rahu Karma, definitely there will be an official second marriage or official third marriage in the family. So under the family, we have to spot the concerned person for whom it will happen. Who will be the affected person due to second marriage? Correct? For whom it will happen? Then we have to take the combination. Correct? So 3 nakshatras: Pushya Nakshatra, Asalesha Nakshatra, and Purvabhadra Nakshatra. These 3 nakshatras repeatedly getting birth in the same family. It indicates more than a single marriage. But we have to narrow down for which concerned horoscope it will happen. For that, we have to make a rule. Okay, that rule is 179 or 1712. 179 or 17 and 12. According to Baba. According to Baba, 179 or 1712. According to planetary placements, it is 17 Guru, 17 Guru and Ketu.
More prominent for the people who have Ashlesha and Purva Bhadrapada.
What is the thing you are asking?
So for this combination, extramaritals and apart from the Rahu, Jupiter, Rahu, Sun and combination, Pushya Nakshatra.
The people who have to be very, very careful while approaching their marital life is 179 or 1712 combination. Under that particular family, which the family members repeatedly getting born under Pushya Nakshatra, Asalesha Nakshatra, and Purvabhadra Nakshatra. Are you clear with this point?
Okay. Not related to other Rahu Surya Karma.
Even if it is in the concerned person horoscope, he should be very, very careful. What the point you are asking is, you are asking whether the Lagna point comes under Asalesha Nakshatra in the same horoscope if there is 179 combination, 1712 combination. That is what the question you are asking, correct?
Yes, yes.
Then the person have to be very, very careful. The volume of karma is very, very powerful. Am I correct?
And if Ashwini is there, then there is no need of to be careful.
Ashwini is there. Anything Surya Karma is connected to you, correct? I have seen a lot of person who carry both Surya Karma and Shukra Karma in the same horoscope. Kindly try to understand. Surya Karma and Shukra Karma. What are all the stars which have the karmic registry of Surya Bhagavan? Ashwini, Asalesha, Anuradha, and Purvabhadra. Am I correct? And what are all the stars which carries the karmic registry of Shukra?
Chitra,
Arudra, Chitra and take for an example, your Lagna is Ashwini. And the Lagna Lord Mars is placed under Arudra Nakshatra. Then the concerned person have to be very, very careful with the sexual activities, especially after marriage. Can you understand what I'm trying to deliver? Because both Surya Karma and Shukra Karma are there. Then the power of Shukra will be aggravated, will be exaggerated. I have found a lot of people who carry the Surya Karma and Shukra Karma in the horoscope. In the same horoscope, they will have the planetary combination of Venus and Sun in the horoscope itself. And their horoscope is very, very, what to say, they have to be more and more careful with the sexual activities, sexual behavior. 2 points. Point, Surya Karma and Shukra Karma in the same horoscope. In the same horoscope, the combination of the 2 planets, Surya Bhagavan and Shukra Bhagavan, in the same horoscope.
If the person is having both Rahu and Venus Karma, then also will be like that. Rahu and Venus Karma.
Okay, but why you are interrupting the Venus Karma here? I don't know the intention.
So you mentioned that Sun and Venus, then I said Venus and Rahu.
Rahu Karma and Venus Karma, if the concerned person have the Rahu Karma and Venus Karma, then the concerned person have to control the attitude which is regarding to sexual violence or sexual misbehavior. Okay. Shukra karma and Venus karma, at least it will what we try to say, at least it will seduce the opponent person, and at least it will attain the desire of the lust with the acceptance of the opponent person. But if there is a Rahu karma and Shukra karma combination, then the mind, it will be influenced that we can attain the desire of our sexual or lust without the permission of the opponent.
Can be a little bit hardship, like, you know, it can even be rape or something like that.
It will create a sexual violence. Sexual abuse, right?
Even
Sexual
can it be
relationship,
trafficking or something like that.
sexual relationship is different. Sexual abuse is different. I hope you understand the difference between the two. Correct?
Yes.
So what is the combination of gang sexual abuse? Any idea?
Need Saturn karma for that.
It can be a gang rape. It can be a gang sexual abuse. What is the combination for that?
Rahu.
Mars and Shukra, along with Chandra karma also, because it is also a psychological problem.
Psychological problem. Yeah.
All people are following me?
Yes,
Is
sir.
my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Because the information which I am providing is very, very sensitive information.
Yes.
You have to handle with very, very care, and very, very confidentially you have to handle this information. Right? Because these kind of horoscopes will approach to us in a very, very rare number. These are very, very occasional, very, very rare kind of horoscopes. Not all the people have the tendency to misbehave. Am I correct? I have seen a lot of persons who look very, very decent, who look very, very gentle, who look very, very honesty according to their facial expression, the facial appearance. According to the facial appearance, they look very, very genuine, very, very decent, very, very honest. But while we open their horoscope, the attitude or the information which is given by the horoscope, it will be exactly opposite to the facial expression of the concerned person. Can you understand what I'm trying to convey?
Yes, sir.
I have seen this especially with the combination of Surya and Shukra, Sun karma and Venus karma, along with Venus and Sun planetary combination in the concerned person's horoscope.
Sun and
I have seen
Venus. Sun and Venus.
I have seen a number. Yes, Sun and Venus, both planetary combination as well as karmic combination in the same horoscope. Clearly got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. In such cases, I have observed some number of persons, some number of people. While looking at their appearance, while looking at their face, you can't identify that this person is having this much sexual, sexual urge or sexual drive or sexual desire. Okay, you can't find them through the expression, through the facial expression. But they will be involved in extramarital affair, or they will be involved in any sexual naughtiness that can't be unleashed, that can't be found through the society. So while approaching these kind of horoscope, we ourselves have to be careful while approaching them.
But I thought one confusion here. We were talking about Venus Sun, okay? But Venus Sun, I thought what you said was extramarital affair or after marriage.
Yes.
But the violence, group violence you were talking about, that is Mars comes into the combination, right?
Yeah, Mars, Rahu, and Shukra.
Shukra.
the three karmic components: Mars, Rahu, and Shukra.
Actually, if we remember Mula Nakshatra, we will understand this.
Yes, exactly. I think Mr. Arnab sir also noted that point in our previous class.
Yes.
Under Ardra Nakshatra, we spoke
Correct.
right?
Ardra and Mula. Yes. Sir.
Yeah, just the opposite point of Ardra Nakshatra is Mula Nakshatra. Then the placement of Mula Nakshatra comes under Sagittarius. The Sagittarius itself carries the karmic registry of Rahu. The Mula Nakshatra itself carries the karmic registry of Mars. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, this is one of the principle for extra marital relationship.
One.
So only two kind of rule for extra marital or more than a single marriage. One is Rahu Karma, another one is Surya Karma. Okay. So Surya Karma in common, it will indicate both extramarital affair and also more than a single marriage. So also a second marriage, but more than a single marriage, more than a second marriage, third marriage or fourth marriage, it is indicated by the Rahu Karma.
Right.
But Rahu Karma, it will indicate official. Surya Karma will indicate both official and unofficial.
Sir, we can take example of Lord Krishna also. His ascendant is in Pushya Nakshatra carrying Rahu curse. So multiple marriages.
So you want me to speak about Lord Krishna and I have to end in problem, correct?
No.
Lot of religious seekers and a lot of Krishna fans audience, they have to what to say, they will kick on me.
Sir, but I have a question here. How do we know that Lord Krishna was indeed born in Pushya Nakshatra? We only know that he is born in Rohini Nakshatra.
Ascendant Lord is in Pushya. Moon Nakshatra.
How do we know that? How do we know that, Mr. iPhone? So
Yes,
we should not talk about it. We should not talk about it.
Yes,
yeah, I also agree. The multiple marriage about Krishna is a different league altogether. That marriage and what we are talking about is not the same marriage.
It's not.
That is different, sir. But in this case, we have to take the entire chart of Krishna because we don't know the entire chart of Krishna, but we just know the month and we just know the nakshatra of Krishna. Correct?
Nakshatra.
Yeah, according to the month, the sun is placed in the Leo house. In Tamil, it is Avani. Okay. What I don't know in Hindi, I don't know in English word. The nakshatra is Rohini. So sun is placed in the fourth house. It seems when it comes to the Lord Krishna's horoscope. I think you people are know about that. You people are aware of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct? So including Prasad sir, you are aware of that, but we don't know that is the exact horoscope, correct?
Sir, all that we know is that he is born in Rohini and on an Ashtami day. That's all.
Ashtami.
Nothing more.
Yeah, nothing more. Yeah, nothing more. We know that. But while delivering the horoscope of horoscope of Lord Krishna, the ascendant is also Taurus and the Rasi Nakshatra is also Rohini. So that is the delivered chart which is available in all sorts of internet in according to Krishna's horoscope. But what we have to observe an important quality of Krishna's horoscope is, I have already mentioned this in the previous in the previous classes itself. The Krishna horoscope will have Mars with Rahu combination, Mars with Shukra combination in the third house. In the third house,
yes,
in the Cancer. I'm correct? In the Cancer. There is an interesting combination of Mars with Rahu, which I intimated in the previous class itself. Do you people all remember that? Can remember that? What is the interesting combination which I intimated in the previous class itself? Arnab sir, can you recollect that? Mars with Rahu.
No, sir.
Okay. There is one very, very interesting combination of Mars with Rahu in general. Now we are not talking about the karmic registry. Okay. If any person in any person's horoscope, it can be a male horoscope or it can be a female horoscope. If there is a combination of Mars with Rahu, then the concerned person, if we take a female horoscope, then just imagine it's a female horoscope. If we have the Mars with Rahu combination, it will denote a secret. If the concerned person's life is a free bird, is a very, very freedom life. It is a very independent life before marriage. Then after marriage, it will be restricted life. It will be like a jail. It will be like a prison.
Just you are talking about just the combination of the planets itself?
With Rahu, in general, it is a general aspect.
No,
right?
Planets, or you're talking about karmic?
Planet only, not karmic registry. In any horoscope you can take, if there is a Mars with Rahu combination, you can observe the life of the person or the transformation of the person before marriage and after marriage. Before marriage, you can divide the concerned person's life as a 2-dimension, the before premarital life and post-marital life. If the premarital life is a very, very freedom, is full of freedom, it's full of enjoyment. The concerned person flies like a bird. He can travel anywhere, no restriction at all. He's completely independent. Then after marriage, it will be completely restricted. It will be very, very consoled. Correct? So this is a contrast in the lifestyle which happens in the concerned person who have the Mars with Rahu combination. Okay. Suppose if the Mars with Rahu combination, if the concerned person is very, very restricted or felt like they was in a prison before marriage, then after marriage, the jail will be broken. The iron bangle will be broken.
Yeah, sir. I have 2-3 horoscope where it's the reverse which is taking effect. Before it was restricted, after it.
Yeah, if it was restricted before and after the complete freedom. If it was a complete freedom and after that it will be completely restricted. So this is the secret combination of Mars with Rahu. Everyone following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is in the female horoscope. Then what about the male horoscope? In the male horoscope, if it is a Mars with Rahu, then the concerned male is going to free the opponent or going to arrest the opponent. Can you understand? Okay. When we come to the case of Lord Krishna, Krishna carries the planetary combination of Mars with Rahu, especially in the 3rd house. Am I correct? Okay, right. Now, if we take the epic or the Purana, the mythological history of Lord Krishna, we came to know that the Narakasura, he kills what to say, the incarnation of Lord Krishna. It's the main purpose to kill Lord Narakasura. Correct? He's the demon. He's the demon king. Narakasura was married more than, I think, 15 or 16,000 ladies, and he imprisoned the ladies as a slave.
Yes,
okay.
sir,
yes.
Yeah, he imprisoned the 16,000 ladies as a slave in the prison of the Narakasura, in the prison of Narakasura palace. Okay, after killing Narakasura, Krishna released the 16,000 women. Krishna was married to them, but the marriage is just a, what to say, it is just a
formality. Yeah.
Social recognition.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Yeah,
she were queens. Yeah. So
To give
It
them
is
social
a-
recognition. Yeah.
respect. Yeah, for respect.
formality marriage. Then after that, he doesn't have any time to spend with those women, because 90% of Lord Krishna's life has been spent on traveling.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, because Lagna Lord Shukra is in the 3rd house, it is under Pushya Nakshatra. It is under Pushya Nakshatra. The Pushya Nakshatra carries the karmic register of
Rahu.
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 So the entire life of Krishna was spent under traveling and traveling and traveling, that too not for his own purpose, but for the sake of others.
Exactly, sir. Yes.
Others. Even people will argue, sir, you yourself intimated that Pushya Nakshatra is more than 2 marriage, more than 3 marriage. Yes, more than 2 marriage or more than 3 marriage. Krishna was married to 16,000 ladies, but none of them were ill-treated. None of them were
Exactly.
treated as slaves. He relieved the stress of the 16,000 people, and he give the recognition as queens. So this is releasing from the jail to
Exactly. Huh. And all the queens who have requested him that She want respectful life, and that is why he gave.
Yes, right. So after destroying a queen, if the slaves are left abandoned, then they will be misused. So Lord Krishna thought about that. So they should not be misused according to the civilization. They should not be abandoned. They should not be ill-treated. So he himself come to a situation to marry such ladies, and he freed the ladies from the prison. So this is what happened because of the Mars and Rahu combination. I think Mr. Prasad sir is listening to this conversation.
Sir, I'm glad that you covered this because this is very, very important. We should not unnecessarily misinterpret that Lord Krishna had so many wives, etc., etc.
Yes,
they all came here for a purpose and reason. They finished it. They did what they have to do. So we should not talk about their chart per se.
Yes, but the combination, the karmic combinations, are the lessons we are getting from the charts. So it works.
Yes, sir. That only that little bit we should take. That's all.
Yeah. So now through this conversation, I think the people you can now understand the power of the Mars and Rahu combination in the horoscope.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So while doing compatibility, this should also be taken into account.
Sir, karmic registry also plays, like in my personal chart, I have 9th Lord and 11th Lord in the 5th house. Rahu Karma.
11th Lord in the 5th house. Okay.
So Mars and Rahu Karma both are into picture. So it can work that way also.
Okay. So what is the Karakatva relationship of the 5th house? 5th house is your grandfather and 5th house is your first son. Correct?
Okay.
It's your first baby. It's your first baby and grandfather. So both have the karmic registry of Mars and Rahu.
Okay.
Okay. But if you want to connect the 5th house to your first child, then you have to be sure that your first zygote is not miscarried. If it is miscarried, then your 5th house won't work. Your 7th house only will work. Literally, according to astrological language, the born son is your second son.
Okay.
Or born daughter is your second daughter. Okay. If any single miscarriage, then it will take as a bhava. So
no, sir, I'm asking Mars and Rahu, that theme will play up, like Mars Karma, Rahu Karma together. That
Mars
thing will.
I don't think so, because I haven't found the Mars Karma and Rahu Karma combination. I just observed the planetary combinations of Mars with Rahu in several horoscopes. That's why I'm confidentially admitting this statement, because I have seen this in a lot of horoscopes.
Okay, sir.
So everyone looked at Mars with the Rahu combination as a negative impact in the horoscope, especially in a female horoscope. But it will be a very, very turning point of the concerned female. But whether it is a positive turning point or it is a negative turning point is based on the lifestyle of the concerned person.
What about Mars and Ketu?
Mars and Ketu. Okay. Is it Sangeeta is asking the question?
Yes.
Yes. Very, very interesting question will be only be started by you, it seems, since from our first starting episode. Okay. So now we discuss about Mars with Ketu. Okay. What is the Ketu? Ketu is the unsatisfied duty. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
Incompleted task or incompleted responsibility. Am I correct?
Yes.
So the husband will always act on the basis of a responsibility, not with passion, not with compassion, not with fascination, especially in the marital life. The marital life will be approached as a responsibility. Just a responsibility. That's it. Can you understand?
Yes.
As a wife, I have to do something to you. As a husband, I have to do something to you. So because I was married to you, so it is my responsibility. So I am doing. Not other than that. So that is the feature of Mars and Ketu.
And
now I'm not connecting the karmic registry because Ketu carries Surya Karma. Surya Karma is different. So when Surya Karma is associated with Mars, it's different, but it's a different part. It's a different story. But now I'm not connecting the karmic registry to the Mars. I'm just expressing the attitude of Ketu and I am combining it to the Mars. But it is a general because your seventh lord might be different, correct?
And in male's chart, Mars and Ketu?
Male sun, Mars and Ketu, his approach towards marital life will be like that.
Like a responsibility only.
Yes. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So any doubts or clarifications in today's class? I didn't hear any of the people's voice.
No,
What's
sir,
happened?
it's clear. Everything is clear, sir.
Okay. Any doubts or clarifications, sir? Anything? There are so much of people. Everyone have muted their. What is
I had
that?
one question.
Sir,
Yes,
one
sir.
question.
Yes.
Yes, Sandhya ji, go ahead. Sandhya ji, go ahead.
Thank you. So generally, Dhanur Lagna and Dhanu Rashi people should be careful about marriage, sir.
Definitely.
Because one thing I want to tell, because even my grandson is a Dhanur Lagna kid, and many in our family are Dhanur Lagna and Dhanu Rashi people. So
I observed some drawback for. Yeah, in this case, you have asked an interesting. Since you have asked an interesting question, I have to answer that. I have observed a lot of people who were born into Dhanur Lagna, but I have observed an important drawback for them. Okay, drawback on their part. On their part, there is a very important drawback. Do you know what that is? The Dhanur Lagna people, they will like to lead. They were very fond of living an extraordinary life. That is not a wrong part, but at the same time they have to accept the reality.
Yes.
Reality also. They like to lead a Superman life, but we are all human. Yeah, we are all human. They have to they have to balance the spiritual part as well as the practical part.
Yes, sir.
Practical life is there, right? We have to spend some time for our life partner. We have to spend for some time for our kids, right?
Yes, sir.
So as a family man, even after marriage, the superstitial life or the supernatural life searching, it will disturb their normal career, their normal schedule. They should not allow that. They should find time for both normal life and superstitial life. They should balance that.
Okay.
But do you know what are all the people doing?
Yeah, Rahu Karma is playing.
Rahu Karma, not only Rahu Karma, within the Dhanu Lagna, only Purva Shada Nakshatra is there.
Mercury Rahu.
Mercury Karma is also playing a lot.
No, Surya Karma, yeah, Surya Karma also.
Surya Karma, what are you saying? How the Surya Karma is playing?
Mula. Oh, sorry. I apologize. My mistake. I was.
Mula is the Mars Karmic registry and Purva Shada is the Mercury Karma. Okay.
Yes.
Even if you take Uttar Shada Nakshatra, it comes under Guru Karma. Okay. So the Mercury Karma and Guru Karma people, they were very fond of knowledge. They were very fond of research. But even after making a lot of research, the Dhanur Lagna people have to take some rest. They have to concentrate on the family also. Especially after marriage, they have to put their 50% effort, their 50% concentration to the spiritual life, 50% concentration to the marital life. They have to spend some time, but they are failing in that. I'm seeing a lot of Dhanur Lagna person making a lot of concentration in their professional life, in their spiritual life, but not giving concentration to the marital life, to the family life.
Okay.
But another category of Dhanur Lagna people, they are concentrating on marital life, but they are not searching their spiritual path. Okay. So Yeah, the balance is very, very important. The imbalance in this part will make the Dhanur Lagna people will create a lot of peer pressure within their mind.
Okay.
It is their mistake.
What is what is the positive side like?
A positive sign means handling that in a balanced way is a positive sign. Okay. If they cannot handle that in the positive sign, then it is their mistake. It is not the mistake of the opponent. They should not accuse the opponent for that, but they will accuse the opponent for that. Yeah, okay. I'm finding this kind of fault the Dhanur Lagna people were doing.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
So sir, also I have seen one more thing due to Rahu karma, or maybe due to some other reason. Extraordinary courage is also there within Dhanur Lagna people.
Extraordinary courage is also there, and a lot of urge or lot of interest for them to travel around the world, to travel to a lot of places, because Rahu is a traveler, he's a driver. Yes, so Dhanur Lagna people, they were very fond of traveling, but in spite of all their extraordinary interests, they should also concentrate in their family life, because it is a responsibility, it is a commitment. Correct? Yes, so they can't escape from their responsibility. If they escape from the responsibility, then Saturn will knock us down, because Saturn is the god of responsibility. Jupiter is the god of dharma. We have to consider both dharma and karma. So, and that is the dharma karma adhipati yoga.
Saturn is the second lord also, second and third lord.
Yes. So on creating a peer pressure while balancing these two things, they will shout or they will quarrel to the opponent.
Oh.
They will show the anger on their peer pressure. They will show that anger to the opponent. So that should not happen, right? So that is a very important part. The Dhanur Lagna people, they have to be very, very careful in that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other clarifications?
I think Kanika has a question. She has raised her hand.
Yes.
Sir, you said like Rahu and Sun karma, even if they are placed in, let's say, in 7th house, that will also create the karma. For maybe multiple marriages, or maybe the one we are discussing today.
Okay, so what is the example state you are explaining? What is the example? What is the part you are explaining?
In 7th house, if Rahu or Sun are placed, so would that also create?
That is not, because you are talking about the planet. I'm talking about the karma. Okay, right. I only mentioned the Rahu karma and Surya karma with the 7th house, not the planet.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Any other people?
Yes, sir. Sir, the combination which we are describing, the intensity of the combination, if there is a broken, like we are talking about 1, 4, 7, 11, 12. But if it is broken, like 1, 11 plus 7, 4, 11, 7, 4, 12, then the intensity will be the same.
The density will be somewhat lower or higher. That is the difference. But every people have to be very, very careful with that.
Okay, with the broken combinations also.
Yes, especially when the 4th house or 4th lord combined with the 7th house, or the 7th lord comes under Uttar Falguni Nakshatra, Rohini Nakshatra, and Purvashada Nakshatra. The 7th house carries the Mercury karma. Am I correct? Mercury karma also indicate a divorce or breakup. Am I correct? So the concerned person have to be very, very careful while checking the compatibility, and after that, the concerned person have to be very, very careful while dealing with the communication with the opponent. Okay. And I didn't hear your voice. Is there any network problem or signal problem?
No, sir. No.
No, sir. No,
No,
sir.
sir. So okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Yes. I think
Sangeeta, I think Vishal sir is asking for your confirmation if you understood it, what he explained.
Combination.
Miss Sangeeta, did you understand what I tried to deliver?
Yes.
Okay. Any other people? Miss Manti, Brar, or any other people? Any other?
Sir, because in more of the chart in which is and I'm observing the people having not the full combinations but broken combinations. That's why I'm asking.
Broken combination will also give somewhat strength to the horoscope, will influence the horoscope in the bad way. So they themselves have to be very, very careful. Okay.
Sir, I have Lagna Lord, 4th Lord, and 7th Lord in the 4th house in Shravana Nakshatra.
Okay, Lagna Lord, 4th Lord, or in the 7th Lord in the 4th house in the Shravana Nakshatra, Shukra karmic registry.
Yes, sir. Okay. So what kind of spouse should I look for? Somebody into media industry, television, entertainment?
Media industry, yes, you can look for that. But not only media related industry, you can also look spouse in the fashion technology or fashion designing or interior designing related field.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can also look the spouse into photography.
Okay.
Or
softwares.
Yeah, software, especially in the software, you can search spouse in the gaming industry, gaming, animation, gamings, video games, or gaming related industry.
Okay, sir.
Because Shukra comes under not only cinema industry, Shukra also comes under entertainment industry, all entertainment.
Okay.
The thing which is entertaining you is Shukra Bhagwan. Okay, so anything which is related to beauty or attraction comes under Shukra Bhagwan.
All right, sir.
Is my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So any other doubts? I think Miss Mansi Brown is having some doubt. I think so. Is there any clarification? Okay, Miss.
I don't have any doubts today. Thank you.
Miss Sonia, Miss Amit Kumar Biswal, Mr. Ken sir, and all people. So all are clear with our today's class?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think we have reached the end of today's class. I think.
Sir, if double Shukra Karma and Rahu is there in one chart, and 7 Saturn is there, 7th Lord with Saturn.
Okay.
And 7th Lord with Ketu means 7-11, 7-12.
Which is the Lagna? What Lagna is that? Is it Kumbha Lagna or Lagna?
It's Gemini. Mithun Lagna.
Gemini. Okay,
Yes.
Gemini Lagna. Now you can tell the combination. What is the combination?
Gemini Lagna Adra, and Mercury is in Rahu and Moon is in Ardra.
Mercury is in Arudra.
No, Mercury is in Shatabisha.
Okay,
Lagna point is in Ardra and Moon is in Ardra.
Okay, Lagna point and Moon is in Arudra. Mercury is in Shatabishek.
Yes.
Okay, then what about the 7th house and the 7th Lord?
7th house is in 7th Lord is in Pushya.
Okay.
And 7th point is also in Purvashada.
Oh my God. So the concerned person have to be very, very careful only.
Yes, and the combination is 7th Lord with Ketu, and Saturn is aspecting 7th Lord.
Oh, 7th Lord Jupiter is exalted along with Ketu in the Pushya Nakshatra in the 2nd house.
Yes.
Lagna Lord is in the 9th house. It also creates a Rahu Karma. 7th Lord Jupiter, the Pushya Nakshatra, it also creates Rahu Karma. So Lagna Lord is under Shadabhishek Nakshatra, another Rahu Karma.
Yes.
Happy couples.
So Lagna point, and another important thing is Lagna point is under Arudra Nakshatra, it carries Shukra Karma, and Rasi Nakshatra also Arudra Nakshatra, it also carries Shukra Karma. So double Shukra Karma and 3 Rahu Karma. Am I correct?
Yes.
Oh, so moreover, the 7th point is also under Purvashada Nakshatra, it carries Mercury Karma.
Yes.
So the concerned person have to be very, very careful, ma.
Because the person is very, very, like a chida person, like very, um, what I
Lose
said.
morals.
No, he's not loose morals. He shows like a very intelligent.
Yeah, Rahu.
Okay.
Yes. And he shows very with that I'm very much in spirituality and all that. And like that. And he doesn't have any friends.
I have observed a lot of Rahu Karma people. So there are two kinds of Rahu Karma people. If the Rahu Karma people, the first category, they really have stuff. If they really have a lot of intellect and highly intelligence, if they are highly intelligent and highly knowledge, they won't speak at all. They won't speak at all. They won't utter a word. But in the case of opposite, the second category, if they don't know, they will speak a lot. For Rahu Karma especially.
Yes, because sir, in second lord is in Lagna, so Jupiter is there, and Lagna lord Mercury with Sun, again Jupiter.
Okay, I am also
So
having.
he shows. No, he shows like I'm very much intelligent and all that. You don't know anything like that.
So the Rahu Karma is a contrast difference. If the concerned person really have a lot of intellectual stuff within him, lot of experience, lot of knowledge, lot of technological experience, he won't speak. If the concerned person is very, very lack of knowledge, he will speak like something. It will be very, very irritating because the concerned person won't stop in a particular topic. The topic will change, keep on changing.
How do you differentiate, sir? How do you differentiate?
Only by observing the character of the concerned person. What?
Sir, but one particular nakshatra, Satabisha.
I have seen a lot of person who was born under Pushya Nakshatra, especially Pushya Nakshatra. If they have a very high intellect, they won't show that. If they don't have any knowledge or any sense regarding to the practical world, they will communicate. They will speak on for more than 2 hours. Blood will flood from your ears while listening to them. Okay. Because I have suffered a lot, because many of my friend circle, many of my family circle, many of my customer circle comes under either Lagna point or Rasi Nakshatra stands under Pushya Nakshatra.
If
you have Pushya in Lagna?
They will start with a point. They will start with the topic and they will move on to some other topic.
So you are also Dhanur Lagna person, that's why, sir.
Dhanur Lagna person, sir. I am also a Dhanur.
Yes, Rahu Karma, sir. Rahu Karma.
Ken sir had a question, sir. He kept quiet. I think he forgot.
No, I don't have any question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, our client is our 7th house.
So sorry.
Our client is our 7th house.
Client is our generally client is our 7th house. 11th house is also considered as client. 7 and 11.
So means the karma which carry the 7th house and 11th house, that persons will be our client.
Yeah, it will be a frequent client. They will be a frequent client. And very most important point is, while entering into the field of astrology, especially while entering into the field of astrology or medicine, the client will come from our 8th house karma. So that is a secret.
Oh, okay.
Our 8th house.
Our astrological client will be our 8th house.
What do you mean by, sir? Can you explain more on this?
I myself, as a living example, I am Dhanur Lagna. I am meeting a lot of person under Kadaka Rashi and Pushya Nakshatra. More than 70 to 80% of my clients were Kadaka Rashi, Kadaka Lagna.
Oh, okay.
You know why? Because 8th house is the unseen karma. 8th house is the mystery. Correct? In especially astrology, astrological field, 8th house is a very, very mystery. It connects to our previous birth. So if we enter into the profession which is related to Adharvana Veda, it can be astrology, it can be superstitious profession, then especially our clients will be under the 8th house, because 8th house is unseen.
Sir, I am also Libra ascendant. I also get many clients from Rohini Nakshatra.
Rohini.
8th house Taurus.
Yes. You can observe from your Lagna, all the people. If you enter into astrology, you can see a lot of clients coming from your 8th house, because it is your destiny to clear the karma of the 8th house, because 8th house is your karma. Yes, Mr. Arnab, can you connect the point? 8th house is our karma.
Yes, sir.
Means for different professions, our client will be from different houses.
No, it is not like that. If we come to a medical profession, only if we come to especially the healing profession, the acupuncture doctor or a pranic healer or a Reiki, if a person who treats the karma, if a person who heals the karma, then the client will be from the 8th house. Maximum number of clients will be from the 8th house.
For general, it is 7th house.
In general, it is not.
For healing word,
What to say?
for healing, it's 8th.
Yes. For healing means then what you are touching the chakras. Correct?
Okay. For allopathy is also for 8th house.
What?
Allopathy.
Allopathy. For any profession which is connected to medicine or astrology, it comes under the clients will come under from the 8th. Okay. Especially if we go spiritually deeper and deeper, then definitely the profession comes under the clients will come under the 8th house. If you connect to the karma, only if you connect to the karma, you can observe that.
It's guidance and counseling. So
okay, I think the session is ending now because my net is getting slowed down. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
yes,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So the